Raymond Fernandez and Martha Beck were a twisted couple, bound together by a shared love of violence and deceit. They were both intelligent and manipulative, but they were also deeply flawed individuals. Fernandez had grown up in an abusive household and had developed a deep-seated hatred for authority. He was also a skilled manipulator and was able to easily charm his victims into giving him what he wanted. Beck was a former nurse who had been married several times. She was also a skilled manipulator and was able to use her knowledge of human psychology to prey on her victims. She was also deeply insecure and had a deep-seated need to be loved and admired. Fernandez and Beck met in 1949 and quickly fell in love. They were both attracted to each other's dark side, but they also competed for power and control. They were both equally capable of violence, and they often tortured and killed their victims together. Despite their dark side, Fernandez and Beck also had a deep emotional connection. They loved each other deeply and were fiercely loyal to each other. They were also both deeply insecure and needed each other's approval and validation. Fernandez and Beck began their killing spree in 1949. They would meet their victims through personal ads and then seduce and swindle them. Once they had their victims' trust, Fernandez and Beck would kill them and steal their money. Fernandez and Beck's victims were typically middle-aged men and women who were looking for love. They would often be divorced or widowed and would be seeking companionship. Fernandez and Beck would pose as wealthy, successful people and would quickly charm their victims. Once they had their victims' trust, they would convince them to give them money or to invest in their business ventures. Fernandez and Beck would then kill their victims and steal their money. They would often use poison or blunt force trauma to kill their victims. They would then dispose of the bodies in remote locations. One of Fernandez and Beck's victims, Janet Faye, survived an attack in 1949. Faye was able to escape from Fernandez and Beck's apartment and call the police. The police were able to track down Fernandez and Beck and arrest them. Fernandez and Beck were both convicted of murder and sentenced to death. They were executed in the electric chair in 1951. Thanks for watching.